Hi, I'm Jeff Winberg, and in this video, I wanted to show you a tool to use in order to start earning money today, and also to discover some types of services you might be able to offer people in order to boost your income. We're going to take a look at a site called Fiverr.com, and you may or may not have heard of it, but it's a site where people list all kinds of things they'll do for $5. And this can be anything from valuable stuff like voiceovers and videos to just funny stuff like I'll take a picture of myself wearing your logo by the Eiffel Tower, which I'm sure some people would get some value out of. But anyway, let's take a look at Fiverr. When I first started out, I used Fiverr a lot. It's a great lead generation tool to use for your business. I actually secured a $700 job right off the bat. And this was one of the first jobs I got both on Fiverr and in my business when I started. As being like one of the first jobs, and I almost made $1,000 right off the bat. It was like, holy cow, I can't believe this. My head sort of exploded. And then not to mention, this guy also actually ended up buying me a lighting setup and a green screen and a video camera and a wireless mic to use for his project. And I actually still have all those things several years later. It's just kind of insane, to think that all that came from this little site where I had a listing for a 60-second video and, someone hired me for a $700 job. And clients on Fiverr are always looking for good people to work with, and they'll often use Fiverr as a trial for bigger projects. So that's why this site is so awesome and valuable to you. The key is to finding one thing that you can do that takes only a couple minutes to complete and then create a listing for it. So for instance, I'd create a 60-second voiceover or a 30-second video or something like that. Something that wouldn't take me too long to complete, and then I'd list it and start getting the gigs. What you want to avoid here, though, is doing a listing for something that it doesn't make sense to do for $5. For instance, I'll write you a 1,000-word article for $5. Articles are a pretty common thing people need on Fiverr, but 1,000 words is a lot of work. It's about, 2 pages, and the standard is 500 words, which, in my opinion is still a lot, but nonetheless, it does take less time. So these gigs shouldn't take you more than a few minutes to complete. As an example, I used to do gigs for creating a 3D ebook cover, and I had a Photoshop script that I would literally just, load the images that they sent me into Photoshop, hit play, and it would take like 5 minutes to complete, and I'd send it back and be done. It was super easy. So what you want to do is just look on the homepage and see, what things are there. You're going to see all kinds of goofy things. Just start browsing through here and seeing if there's stuff that you'd be able to duplicate. If there's something, that piques your interest, click on the gig and go into it to investigate further. Look at how many positive reviews it has, because this will be a good estimate of how many people have purchased this gig. If it's 0, go ahead and just keep looking for something else or, another listing or whatever. If no one is buying, then there's no point in putting it up, really. So let's, just for the heck of it, let's go to the fun and bizarre category just to show you how easy this is and what kind of crazy things people are actually paying for. Okay, so we got a good amount of things here. Okay, look at this. I'll write any message for you on a paper at the Sphinx or the Great Egyptian Pyramid for $5. That's awesome. This is a great example of stuff that you can do to earn extra money. Now, look at his listing here. He's got over 100 positive reviews, meaning at least 100 people have bought this gig. Probably takes him an afternoon, a week to go to the Sphinx and create all the messages at once. His only expense would be, his time and gas to get there. But over 100 people have bought it, so he's made over $500 off this, goofy little gig here. Now, I'm only showing you this to just show you that there's all kinds of stuff that you can do to make extra money. Obviously, most people don't live by the pyramids in Egypt, but if you live by a landmark, maybe that's something that you can do. If you can write, maybe an article listing would be good. If you know how to Photoshop, maybe, there's something you could offer here. If you're good at WordPress or websites, that's a highly sought after skill as well. These are all things that people come to Fiverr for. Just remember to keep it as simple as possible per gig, like one task per gig. And, it should only take you a couple minutes. Now, here's the key to skyrocket your profits here on Fiverr. Say, for instance, you can write an article at a fairly decent level, and I'm talking like, 8th grade English as a benchmark. You can make a lot of money here because what'll happen is you'll start getting clients hiring you for articles, and because people are always looking for good article writers, and it's very easy to stand out. Now, if you're in an English-speaking country that uses English as its first language, this is where you can just blow the doors off of everybody else. You can write a great article because you speak English clearly and you understand the intricacies of it, and you just, put that all together. And I'm not talking, you don't even need to be a professor, an English professor. This is like 8th grade level stuff, like email type stuff. If you can write a good email, you can definitely write articles. So anyway, all of a sudden, these people that hire you, they're going to want to hire you more for more projects, just, maybe like a certain amount a week or however many a month or whatever. Because finding good help is hard when so many people are offering services that basically suck, for, lack of a better term. If you provide value like I always talk about, people will hire you without a doubt. And then, of course, you can discuss the details of the job with them when they, want to hire you. Because, of course, for the quality of work that you're doing, you'll need to be paid more than $5 an article. But, you can discuss that with the client and work something out. Fiverr is a great tool to use to start earning extra money doing random things. Now, if you're a member of Income Virtue, I'll show you how to go from nothing to making your first dollar online step by step. Nothing is left out. I use my own personal experience to show what worked for me and what brought in the most money, and all the things to avoid that, don't make money. Now, if you're not ready to become a member yet, that's fine, don't worry. Just get over to Fiverr and start trying to make some money today. Thanks a lot. I'm Jeff Winberg from Income Virtue. Thanks for watching.